Hello everyone, I am Subhadip. So today I will explain two questions. Both are come from 2015 JEE Advanced. Okay. So in first question, what is given? Yx is a solution of this given differential equation. So what is the differential equation? 1 plus e to the power x y dash plus y e to the power x equals to 1, y at 0 equals to 2. So we can write implies that y dash plus e power x y upon 1 plus e power x equals to 1 by 1 plus e power x. So implies that now we can see that this is a differential ordinary differential equation, linear ordinary differential equation, linear in y, linear in y. So we know that linear in y differential equation linear in y looks like a this dy dx plus py equals to q. Okay, so here what is p? P is e to power x divided by 1 plus e power x, and what is q? Q is 1 by 1 plus e power x. Right, now we have to find if, that is integrating factor. What is integrating factor? Integration e power x 1 plus dx, integration e to the power integration px p dx. This is integrating factor. So this is equals to e to the power integration, we can write d of 1 plus e power x. If we derivative this, we will get e to the power x dx, which was present in the previous expansion. So by 1 plus e power x, so we can write e to the power x ln 1 plus e power x. Now e to the power ln x 1 plus e power x. So we get integrating factor. Now when we get integrating factor, what will be the solution? Solution will be y into integrating factor equals to integration q, that means 1 plus e power x into integrating factor I'm writing once dx. So implies that y into integrating factor is 1 plus e power x equals to integration, this is also 1 plus e power x, so this will be dx plus some constant c, so this is equals to x plus c. Now it was also given that y at 0 equals to 2, right? So y at 0 equals to 2 implies that, so we can write 2 into 1 plus, we are putting this value x equals to 0, y equals to 2 in this equation. So 1 plus 1 equals to x means 0 plus c implies that c equals to 4. So we get the particular solution as y into 1 plus e power x equals to x plus 4. So what is our y? So implies that y is 1 x plus 4 upon 1 plus e power x. So this is our y. Now let us look at that options. So y at minus 4 equals to 0, first option. So check y at minus 4. So what will be y at minus 4? So what y at minus 4 equals to 0. And also we have to check y at minus 2. The y at minus 2 equals to minus 2 plus 4 upon 1 plus e to the power minus 2. This is not equals to 0. So first option, our first option is correct. Second option is not correct. Now we have to check yx has a critical point in that interval or not, minus 1 0 or not. So we get y equals to x plus 4 upon 1 plus e power x. So what will be dy dx? So dy dx will be 1 plus e power x whole square, 1 plus e power x, derivative of this function 1 minus x plus 4 into derivative of the denominator e to the power x, so equals to 1 plus e power x and minus x e power x minus 4 e power x upon 1 plus e power x whole square, right? So we know that for critical point dy dx equals to 0. right? So implies that dy dx equals to 0 means 1 plus e power x minus x e to power x e power x minus 4 e power x equals to 0. So implies that 1 plus 1 minus 3 e power x plus x minus x minus x e power x equals to 0. So implies that we can write that 3 plus x e power x equals to 1. Implies that x plus 3 equals to e to the power minus x. If we get the solution of x here in that interval minus 1 0, then we can say that critical point lie in this interval. Now we can check that this we cannot solve this equation easily. Okay, so we will use graphical method, right? So we will use graphical method. So use graphical method. So this is our coordinate axis, and let us draw e to power minus x. So e to power minus x will be looks like this. Sorry. So e to power minus x will be looks like this, right? So this is e to power x, e to power minus x. So this point when x equals to 0, when x equals to 0, y equals to what? Y equals to e to power 0, that means 1. That means this point is, we can find this point, and also x plus 3 we have to find. So x plus 3 equals to y, implies that x minus y equals to minus 3, implies that x by minus 3 plus y by 3 equals to, so y by 3 equals to 1, right? So this is our minus 3 and this, so this is our minus 3 0, and this is our 0 3, right? Now we find when x equals to minus 1, when x equals to minus 1, then this curve will be, this curve, when suppose this is minus 1, right? This is minus 1, so this curve will be e, so this is e, and when x equals to minus 1, what will be y? Y will be 2, so this is 2. So we can see that this intersecting point lie between minus 1 and 0. Okay, so minus 1 and 0, so there will be a critical point in this interval. Okay, so which option are correct? So our first option was correct, second option was not correct, and yx has in critical point, this option is correct, this is not correct. So let's go to the second questions. So this question was also asked in 2015 JEE Advance. Now in that question, what is given? This is given that y equals to minus x. This is a straight line, and the family of all circles center on this straight line. So suppose we are taking that family of circles like x square plus y square minus 2ax minus 2ay plus c equals to 0. Why we take this a and a same? Because this center is lie on that circle, that straight line. So we take this like this. Now differentiate with respect to x. So 2x plus 2y dy dx minus 2a minus 2a dy dx equals to 0. Implies that implies that 2x, sorry, x plus y dy dx minus a dy dx equals to 0. So we want to find a. Okay, so what is a? A will be, now we denote this dy dx as y dash, right? So what will be a will be x plus y dash upon 1 plus y dash, right? This is our a. Now what we have to find, we have to find this type of equation. So clearly we have to differentiate once. So differentiation with respect to x, so this side will be 0 and this side will be 1 plus y dash whole square, 1 plus y dash into derivative of this, that means 1 plus y double dash plus y dash whole square, this minus x plus y dash into derivative of denominator means y double dash. So implies that we multiply this, so 1 plus y dash plus y dash whole square plus y dash plus y dash y double dash plus y dash whole cube minus x y double dash minus y dash y double dash and y double dash equals to 0, right? So this will be get cancelled, implies that, so we are taking common y double dash first. So what we get, y double dash equals to, sorry, this term will be this y double dash, so y double dash minus y minus x plus we are taking common y dash. So what we get, y dash 1, no, not 1, so y dash plus this, from this will be 1 plus from this y dash square, right, plus 1 equals to 0. Now compare this with given equation p y double dash. So compare this with p y double dash plus q y dash plus 1 equals to 0. What we get, p equals to y minus x, q equals to y dash plus 1 plus y dash square, right? Now let us check the options. So what, p is y plus x and y minus x, which is correct? Y minus x, that means a is not correct, b is correct. Again we have to find p plus q and p minus q. So let us find p plus q and p minus q. So p plus q equals to y plus y dash plus 1 plus y dash square minus x, and p minus q will be y minus x minus y dash minus 1 minus y dash whole square. Now let us check which option is correct. P plus q equals to all r plus x is minus, so all r plus x is minus, that means C option is correct. C option is correct. And p minus q, so in p minus q there is a minus 1, but in that option minus 1 is not there, so D option is our not correct. So our B and C option are correct, right? So thank you everyone for watching this video, and if you like this video you can share with your friends. Okay, bye.